Good morning, children. Today we will read chapter 3 of Unit 6. The title of the chapter is The Tiger. It is a poem that has been written by William Blake. In this poem, William Blake describes the beauty of a tiger. The poem begins with the speaker asking a fearsome tiger what kind of divine being could have created it. Each stanza contains questions, all of which refine this first one. From what part of the cosmos could be the tiger's fiery eyes have come, and who would have dared to handle that fire? What sort of physical presence and what kind of dark craftsmanship would have been required to twist the sinews of the tiger's heart? So the speaker wonders how once that horrible heart began to beat, its creator would have had the courage to continue the job. And when the job was done, the speaker wonders how would the creator have felt? Did he smile his work to see? Could this possibly be the same being who made the lamb? So let us see here, children, my dear, stanza number 1. In the very first stanza, the poet says that the tiger is burning bright in the forest of the night. This line means that the tiger which is in the forest is burning like fire, or in other words, looking like yellow fire in the night. The burning bright also refers the tiger's bright yellow colorful skin that makes it look fierce. The poet puts a question, which is the immortal hand or eye, which is capable of framing or building its fearful symmetry. The poet praises the power of God, who can create such a fearful structure and bear its appearance. The man can neither create it or can bear its appearance due to fear. Now, stanza number 2. In the second stanza, the poet talks about the eyes of the tiger. He wonders from which distant, it means that here infinitive places, the fire has been brought and put into the eyes of the tiger. So the fire has been brought either from skies, it may be heaven, or from deep oceans, it means that from hell or earth, because it cannot be an ordinary fire or of the world, but divine, which makes the eyes of the tiger so fierce. So, in the third line, the poet wonders which were those wings that took him to those distant areas. Similarly, which were the hands which dared to catch that divine fire? So, in the very first two lines here, the poet appreciates the fire, and in the third line and fourth line, he appreciates the wings and the hands of the creator. In stanza number 3, in this stanza, the poet tends to compare this deadly animal to the lamb, which is meek, innocent, and quite opposite to the tiger. The poet says that when God created the tiger, the stars were in war with him, and they were so frightened by its sight that they accepted their defeat and threw down their spears and made the sky wet with their tears. So even the stars also got frightened when they saw the appearance of tiger. In the third line of this stanza, the poet wonders, would God have smiled after creating tiger, as it was beyond words of satanic forces? So he thinks again, he the same who created the lamb, because the latter is quite innocent and meek, while the former is deadly enough to frighten Satan. In stanza number 4, it is a repetition of the first one. The only word changing here is dare instead of could, which is quite significant. My dear children, in the first stanza, the poet seems to be less amazed or surprised by the power of tiger and God, But after going through all the features of the tiger, he wonders it is only God who can dare to create such an animal like a tiger.